The last time we saw Academy Award winner Halle Berry on the big screen, she was playing the ultimate Bond girl, Jinx, in Die Another Day. Now she is back in theaters as the beautiful mutant Storm in X2, X-Men United.
Are you bored yet?
Oh, yeah. Sure you don't want to come down?
You have him? He's not going anywhere.
And as it turns out, Alan Cumming is one of you, so he's not a bad guy.
That's
Good
right.
morning. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
This movie is so much fun. It's getting very, very, very good reviews.
Yeah, it is.
People I've talked to from the movie have said, you know, it's not necessary to have seen the first one to understand the second one or go see the second one. So explain who Storm is.
Yeah, you're right. The movie does stand alone, and Storm is sort of the Earth Mother of the bunch. That's what I like to call her, and essentially that's what she is. And her specific mutation is she can control the weather with her mind. Her eyes turn white, and she can, you know, make wind, rain, hail, thunder. She can do, you know,
all of that stuff.
And she's a pretty good fighter, although she doesn't fight in the movies as much as she should.
You want her to fight more?
Yes.
Well, let's say they're already talking about a third X-Men. Are you going to do the next one?
I don't know. I guess it depends how well this one does and if I get asked back.
Right. Oh, no.
Hey,
we want to do it without you. We want everybody else back, but not you.
You never know.
But now you could say, I'll come back if you let me fight more.
You know what? That's a good idea.
Just say that.
Let me fight more.
Have them call me, and I'll stand up for you. Now, everybody was back from the first one.
Yes.
Does that make it easier to do?
Oh, yeah, much easier. Because it's like old home week. You know, usually on a movie, the first month is spent, okay, who are you? Where are you from? What do you like? What do you do? We all just knew each other. So it's just one big group hug. Hey, what you been up to? And a lot of us, you know, have worked together since then, and we talk to each other, and, you know. Yeah. So it was great. We're really friends, all of us.
You know what's interesting to me about this movie, because it's a comic book movie, and that's a whole genre in and of itself.
Oh, yeah.
Stan Lee wrote these comic books, created these comic books. It was really about bigotry, because comic books tend to be about something. Do you feel that? Do you get that when you're making the movie?
Oh, yeah.
The original intent?
Oh, yeah. So many emotions get going on the set when you're dealing with issues of, especially what X-Men deals with, is being unaccepted because of some physical characteristic, or as some people like to consider them, physical flaws. Yeah. And everybody can relate to that. So many times throughout the shooting, something will come up and it'll incite, you know, lunchtime dialogue, heated discussion most of the time too, because there's always a different side to the same argument.
Maybe that'll be on the DVD.
I hope not, for my sake. Let us pray.
Now we have not seen you since the Academy Awards, and were you as surprised as everyone else was by Adrian Brody's kiss?
Absolutely.
Yeah. But
I think more delighted than anybody.
Delight is the word you use.
It was great. You know, I knew that he was shocked. And because I had been there just the year before, that feeling was so fresh with me still. When he walked up to me, I could tell his eyes were gone, and I didn't know what the heck he was doing, but I thought, this is great, so I'm just going to go with it.
You know, it was interesting because it was an Academy Awards in which people were kind of walking on eggshells a little bit. How do we do this in the time that we're in? And it came as it was almost a relief and a surprise and such a joyful thing.
And it got us back to sort of the fun of the night and sort of the glamour of it all, because it was really heavy and political, and nobody knew the right thing to say. And after that, I think I could feel the air lift in the room.
Now, you couldn't be any more busy than you are, and among the things that I understand you're about to do is Catwoman.
Yes.
From Batman, the same?
Yes and no. I guess it is Catwoman,
right.
But it's going to be a lot different than any Catwoman we've ever seen in the past. I'm going to take her into the 21st century and make her.
Is it written? Is it done? I mean, different people have been, you know, associated with this over the years.
Yeah.
And there's sort of a lot of kind of behind-the-scenes buzz. So it's a done deal. You know what the story's about.
Yeah. I know the story, and it's great. In this movie, Catwoman is being approached. You know, in today's, marketplace, you can't just put on the mask and go meow and be Catwoman.
Right.
It's really two very distinct characters that have to be created here, and so it's a great acting challenge as well, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. You like that whole acting thing. You don't mind being a movie star, but I think you like that acting thing too. You're also in the middle of working on something called Gothica, but sorry, you have to excuse me. Here's your brand new People magazine, ladies and gentlemen, and who's on the cover? Are you tired of that?
I don't think you can't get tired of that. I'm always flattered, and it's a nice thing.
I'm going to ask you a question, but I'm going to pay you a compliment at the same time.
Okay.
We've talked a couple of times. You always come to play. You always have something to say. The beauty, you're a physically beautiful person, clearly.
Thank you.
What do you think the key to beauty is, then?
I think the key to it is confidence. And really being mindful of what you do. Because I've seen some really beautiful faces do some really hideous things, and instantly they become ugly.
Yeah.
So those two things.
And I think some of it's got to come from inside.
Yeah.
That's the compliment I'm trying to pay you.
Yeah.
There you go. Good to see you again.
Thank you.
The early show is going to be right back.